Oh, I don't think we will win this game. Oh, that is gonna be really rough. Oh man, very rough waters, if you want to put it this way. Hey everyone, this is Thecos, and today I'm gonna bring you my playthrough and review of Libertalia Winds of Galecrest. First of all, a huge thanks to Stonemaier Games for providing me with a review copy. I was really looking forward to playing this game, and I'm really looking forward to showing it to you today, because it's quite a special game in my opinion. Before I set up the game, and I will show you how to play the game, and then I give you my review. Before I do all of that, just a few words about this game. This actually is like kind of a reimagining of a game that already existed before. Like the original was just called Libertalia, just like that. It didn't have like this comic-like style, right? And also like these are like all like animal hybrids, so to speak, right? So they're like pretty much like animal pirates in like a cartoony style. And before that it was like a more realistic style, just pirates. That's it, right? That's something I will talk about in my review a little bit later. But so there's like a reimagining. The rules have been a little bit streamlined, have been expanded, and also a solo mode has been added. That's the one we will be playing today, because that solo mode wasn't present in the old version. Just so that you know, like, what is this game, right? So it's like Stonemaier Games just picked this up and like just revamped it, made it better, and all of these things. Yeah, we were playing that today. We were playing the solo mode against the AI. And before we will really get into the video, let me just quickly set up the game. It may not look like much, but that is pretty much like the general setup of the game. We're not quite done yet, right? Because like we are going through 3 voyages, which is like 3 rounds in this game, and before each voyage we have like additional setup. But like in general, that's pretty much how it looks like. There's still a few things we need to do. First of all, we have these loot tokens. I have them off screen at the moment. They're in like this bag here. Let me just pull out a few so you can see them. These are like these Azul style tiles kind of thing, right? They have like different symbols on here. These are these symbols you can also see like on these tiles here, right? So these are in the back, and what we do is at the beginning of each voyage, we just draw 3 of those in a 2-player game or in a solo game. And we just put them like on each day of the respective voyage, right? So for the first voyage, we are playing 4 days. So for like we have 4 turns, right? In the second voyage, we have 5 turns, and third voyage, like third round, we then have 3 turns. And what I usually do is I already put them like in a little order here. I will show you later like what kind of order that actually is, right? So let me just quickly do that. The barrel is there. There we go. And then these 3. And that is already pretty much it. So this is like the loot tokens. That's what we have to do before each voyage. What we also have to do is like the character cards. So let me just show you like a little bit here about the a little bit about the game. What we generally do in the game is we like have character cards in our hand. We get like 6 each voyage, each round. We get 6 of these character cards, and usually like some designated player, doesn't matter who that is. Some designated player is like shuffling their deck of cards here, and then it's drawing 6 cards, and all of these cards that have been drawn, like these numbers, these will then be drawn by all players, right? So let's say, for example, it was like card 6, 9, and 15, and a few others. Then I would take like the 6 here, the bandit, and I would take the 9, the stowaway, and the 15, the witch, and so on. And every player would like have the same cards in their hand, because each player deck is the same. And the rest of the cards then are being put aside again, right? And these are the cards that we play with then. That's like a very big like mechanism of the game. What we do in a solo game is different. In a solo game, we draw like the top 6 cards of the deck, and we put them in the right order already. So let me just draw 6 cards and then put them in the correct order. There we go. So of course I have like shuffled all these cards here, and then we have 10, 12, 13, 15, 28, 39. These are the cards that we started with, that we need at the beginning of the game. Let me just pull them up a little bit, because we will need more room down here for the Automa. This is a game with a quite large footprint. I think the room I have here is enough. I might have to kind of shove things around a little bit later on just to be able to have more room here. Okay, and now we do what I just described, right? Now we look at all these cards. So we will get a 10, we will get the 12, the 13. Also we get the 15, the 28, and the 39, which is like the second last card. And then the rest of the deck here, that is like, you see, like it's like all in order, right? We put that aside again. All right, and these like our hand cards. And what I will do in this game, like my hand cards, I will kind of put here to the side. It is not perfect, but I think we can make that work. Like this, we will have more cards later on, so I will have to stack them kind of, but I think we can kind of work with that, I think. And the last step of setup before we finish like the preparations for the first voyage is the reputation track. You see, like we have the reputation track here already. They're like all 6 player cards. You put like all of them always on here, even when you just play a 2 or 3 player game. But at the beginning, you like put the one of the Automa, which is like purple, and me, which is black. You put these on like on spots 3 and 4. Just randomly, and the rotation track is important for like cards, like when we put the same numbered card, then the person with the higher reputation will actually go first. That's me at the moment. But also we get like doubloons. So the Automa gets like 10 doubloons. So let me just put 10 right here. Or maybe I will put the doubloons for the Automa up here, and I will get 9 only. So that is 3, 4, and 9. There we go. Oops. These right there. And let me just put my doubloons just down here for now. Okay, so I think that is pretty much it. Exactly. So that finishes up the setup for the game and the first voyage. And as you can see, you have that description also here, like before each voyage, you see what you have to do. And then you also have the end of each voyage. I will talk about that a little bit later. And that is like how the game is started. So the solo game is different in such a way that we have like 2 virtual players. They are very easy to play. One of them is the Automa, which is like signified by this purple flag in the top left of the cards. And also we have the Pilferer, which is when you turn the card around, then you see like, these effects here, these aren't like readable anymore, so to speak, right? Because the Pilferer doesn't have any effects, the Pilferer doesn't do anything, all the Pilferer does is like kind of get in the way. So these are like the 2 opponents we are controlling, but they're really easy to control. Like the Automa is a little bit more complex with like all of these different like card effects here, but that is not too hard to handle actually. So how this game starts is always our turn. We take one of our cards and we place it like on the island. Why are we doing that? Well, because then the AI will place a card there, and also the Pilferer will place a card there. There are like a few different phases. First, we will all play a card onto the island. So we have 3 cards in here, and then we always like sort them by rank, right? So like a 10 will like be on the left, whereas like further on the left, while a 39 would be like further to the right of these cards that are here right now, right? So we order them by rank, and then we go through the cards twice. First, we go from the left to right, as you can see here, for the daytime abilities, and then we go from right to left for the dusk abilities. And like we go through all these abilities and we resolve them, and then things happen. We of course want to have as much treasure as possible because we are pirates, right? So we see like these treasure tokens, and these are like the main thing we want to get. And these treasure tokens, you can see here what they do. So first we have the daytime abilities, then we have the dusk abilities, and after that we have the night ability. And at the end of the voyage, like after all like 4 rounds here, 4 turns I mean, then we also have the anchor abilities. And these are like where we like get all the doubloons and the gold, like most of it at least, right? Or can even lose it. The relics are bad, right? So these 3 here are good. These 3 are decent, they're okay. And this one is bad, right? We don't want this. And at the end of the round, of the entire voyage, of these 4 turns, we like count up all our doubloons. We put them all here in our treasure chest. These are doubloons we cannot lose anymore then, and then we start the next round. That's the gist of the game. What is like the most tactical or strategic, like the most tactical or strategic elements in this game are like what cards are we playing, right? Because we don't know what cards the opponents will play. Yes, we know the rules, but still we do not know like which cards they exactly will play, because while these effects here at the back of the cards, I will talk about those in a moment, are very similar, they're not exactly the same. So we don't exactly know what will happen here. How a turn starts is that it's our turn to place a card on the island. What we should do now at the beginning, just to know like the cards that we have in hand, is to read these cards out here, right? So let me just first do that. I just come a little bit closer to the camera here. So we have the Explorer. We have no data ability, but we have deluxe ability. If you gain a map token, gain 2 reputation. That's not too bad, but we don't see any map tokens anywhere, like within the First Voyage here. So this deluxe ability doesn't do anything for us this round. Then one of your map tokens counts as 2 map tokens. That's even better. But as I said, right, that doesn't really help us. And the reputation doesn't really give us points, right? We get like with less reputations, we get more coins. But apart from that, like this is like a tiebreaker only, right? So this one is like semi-interesting. But I mean, it's also a small rank. Then with the Officer, the one has a daytime ability only. If you have 12 or more doubloons, gain 2 reputation. Otherwise, gain doubloons until you have a total of 12. That one's a pretty good one, right? That one is a pretty good one. So either give it reputation or gold. Okay. Next one, Smuggler. Also daytime ability. Get a loot token from the current day. Then place the Smuggler in your ship. Alright, that's not too bad, because this way we can get 2 loot tokens, theoretically. I will get to that a little bit later. Then we have the Witch. We have a nighttime ability this time. Copy the nighttime ability of any other character in your ship. Alright. Ship means down here. We will collect characters down here at the end of the turn. I will talk about that a little bit later. And then we have the Anchor ability. If the Witch is the only character in your ship with a night ability, return the Witch to your hand. Could be quite helpful as well. Okay. Then with the Armorer, if you gain a saber or a hook token, which we have a hook here, we have a few sabers here, then we gain 2 reputation, okay. And then also the nighttime ability, gain 1 coin for each saber and each hook token in your ship. Okay, so saber and hook tokens might be interesting for us. And then we have the Captain. Daytime ability, advance to the right mode spaced on the reputation track. Lose 1 coin for each position gained in this way. That is rather situational, right? As I said, maybe at the beginning we don't want that high of a reputation. So these are the cards that we can play with this round. So I will not go into close up too often, like I will do that like at the beginning of each round when we get new cards. I think that's like the best way to actually do this. Alright, so what card do we play? In the first round, we want that hook token, because the relic tokens are bad. They make us lose like money, right? We like at the end of the voyage, we would like lose 3 coins. That is bad. But we want the AI to lose 3 coins. So we want that hook token. And we get these tokens by having like the highest number on the very right. So it might be an idea to take the Captain. The problem with the Captain is that we would move to the rightmost space of the reputation track, and that would be like less coins for us, right? So I don't really want that. But we do want these hook or saber tokens. So as long as the AI doesn't play the Captain, we will be able to just just maybe play the Armorer. That might be the idea, right? Because the Armorer would like give us like extra coins for each saber and hook tokens. We could kind of start setting that up, right? And also try to get that hook token here. These saber tokens, these are easier to get. So, and there as well. So I think like playing the Armorer at the beginning, I think might be a good idea. I don't want to play the Captain, to be honest. Which means that I would just play the Armorer like on the island. And what we then do is we take the top card of the Armor deck and we turn it over like this horizontally. And then we have the Pilferer number, and that is number 22. So we just put it here in order. So that's all the Pilferer will do, right? And then now we work on the AI. So which card the AI will play. What we do is then we actually here we have like different symbols, right? Like 3 of the good ones, or 3 of the other ones, right? Or 3 relics, right? And these are like the tokens that are here on day 1, right? So we can see, and then we like go to the first line that actually applies here, right? And we see, which is kind of bad, the first line that applies is here, 2 relic tokens. That is the case here, right? So that means that the Automa will play the first card from the right, right? So that is the captain. That's kind of bad, because that means that really now we are not the first one to take a card, right? We would actually have to take a relic, but I will get to that now. So first phase is playing cards. We all did that, right? 22, 28, 39. And now we go from left to right, and first we resolve all daytime abilities. So Pilferer never resolves anything. We don't have any daytime ability here. So that means we go over to the AI's card, and the AI's card is the captain here. And it says, if Automa's reputation marker is on any space to the left of yours, which it is, she advances to the rightmost space on the reputation track, which would go like this, and loses 2 doubloons. Alright, so the Automa will lose 2. That is good for us. But the reputation now means that ties will always be resolved in their favor. So now it might make sense to play the captain card later on. Alright, and that was it. These were like the daytime abilities. Now we resolve the dusk abilities from right to left, which you can see down here, right? So what we first do is, like when we resolve the dusk ability, first we gain a loot token, right? So the first person is now the AI and gains a loot token. And the loot priority for the AI is always, like, as you can see here, chest, then hook, then map, then saber, amulet, barrel, relic, right? And of course, then the hook is the first one, so the AI will take the hook loot token. And then the character or the token, if they have any dusk abilities, which is not the case, right? Here's just an anchor ability, no dusk ability there. Then we resolve those, and then we take the character from the island and put it in the ship. So I will just put the ship of the Automa down here for now, right? My ship I will put here. That means now the characters on the ship, and now we resolve like later on the knight and the anchor abilities. All right, then it's my turn. I will take a loot token. Well, I will have to take one of these relics here, which is pretty bad. I didn't really want that. And then we resolve any dusk tokens here, like any dusk abilities. The relic doesn't have any. And here it says, like the armor, if you gain a saber or hook token, gain 2 reputation. Well, we didn't get any, so I'll just put that one then there. Alright, and then the Pilferer will just be discarded here. Let me just discard that one up there, and also this one will be discarded. And what we do now is we activate all night abilities on our ship. Right, night abilities spread amongst loot tokens, but you see we don't have any here, and also characters. We have one here, which we would gain 1 doubloon for each saber and each hook token on our ship, but that's not the case because, well, we don't have any. So that's just the way it is, and also no night abilities for the captain here. And that is how you play one turn. We do that 4 times, and then I will show you what we do at the end of the round, like at the end of the voyage, and then we play 2 more voyages, and then we're already done with the game. And we're trying to get as much gold as possible. At the moment, it's not looking too good, but I mean, we have just started, so that's fine. Alright, so, next round. I definitely want to... It doesn't really matter which tokens here I get, right? Like, the treasure chest is very good because it gives... Well, actually, the treasure chest gives me like 5 doubloons. That's a lot, right? So I would like that chest, of course. Which would mean that I would have to be on the very right again. So I could take the captain now. But the captain is, like, would put me 3 over there. And I would lose 3 coins, but I would get 5 with the treasure chest. But I would make sure that I get the treasure chest, right? So that might be an idea. I would also like to combine the witch and the armorer. That wouldn't be too bad either, because that would give me like 2 coins each turn, right? Because if I had like saber tokens. So yeah, I kind of have to think, like, do I want to go for 2 saber tokens or for that chest? That is kind of the question. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. What I could also do is take the smuggler, right? because the smuggler is quite early. And then I could just take any loot token from the current day. And I think that would also not be too bad. You know what I mean? So I might actually put the smuggler here. I think that might be an idea. Let me do it like this. Alright, then we have the pilferer. The pilferer will be number 20. And then the AI, we will have to check again, like what kind of tokens we have here. And we would be at here. We would be at this line over here. Exactly. So that is 5 from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the armor. Like this. And that was already it again. These are already like put in order. So now it's time for resolving the daytime abilities again. So get a loot token from the current day. Then place the smuggler in your ship. So I will take the chest here. And place the smuggler here in my ship. Like this. Then the pilferer doesn't have any, and the armor doesn't have any either. And then we go from right to left for the dusk abilities. The armor here says when choosing a loot token, Automa choose this priority even if the explorer is in play. We have no different priority list, but that doesn't really matter because we only have 2 saber tokens anyway, right? So we'll just take 1 saber token and then put that one in their ship. Like this. And then the pilferer, right? We will just discard this one. And also discard the pilferer. Alright, so now we do any nighttime abilities here. We only have still that one for saber and hook tokens. We don't have any, so we will not do anything here. And we don't have any night abilities here either, so that's already it. Alright, so, and then next turn. So you see we play with 2 more turns, and we have 2 cards left, and we keep those. And then we get 6 new cards next round, so we have like more cards to choose from. So it will be a little bit rough here regarding space, but I think that is fine. So what do we do now? Of course, like the chest is great, but also that saber wouldn't be too bad. So our reputation is like too low. So if I put the 15 there, then if like the Automa also put a 15 there, then they would go first. They would have the higher one, which is kind of bad. So I could now take the captain actually. With that, I would just secure that chest. And I would like have the higher reputation again, which isn't too bad either. Yeah, but then again, yeah, I think that might be an idea. I think that I might actually put the captain here. Like this. I think that's a good idea. Then we have the pilferer with a 24. And then we have the AI. So let's see. The first one we have is down here. So 1, 2, 3. That's the smuggler right here. All right. So we resolve daytime abilities first again, as usual. Automa gains a loot token from the current day, following the normal loot priority list. Then place the smuggler in her ship. That is kind of bad, because that means that the Automa will actually take that treasure chest here. Don't like that too much, but that's the way it is. Then we put the smuggler in her ship. The pilferer will not do anything, and we will advance to the rightmost reputation track. That is 3 spots. That means we lose 3 coins for that. And then we do our dusk abilities. So, dusk ability number 1, I don't have any. I will take, of course, the saber. And the saber does have a dusk ability. Discard the lowest ranked knight character from your opponent's ship. If there are none to discard, gain 3 coins. Not too bad. There are no knight characters here that have like knight abilities. That means we get 3 coins. So I just got the 3 coins back that I just spent for the higher reputation. That is pretty good actually. That's pretty cool. And then we put that one on our ship. And the pilfer will just discard that and do nothing else. Alright, so we have the last day. So what do we do? So the amulet would give us just 3 coins. That's not too bad. And the barrels would give us like 1 coin and also 1 reputation, which would give us 1 coin because we're already at the highest reputation. So, So these really don't matter to us too much, right? So I think, let's see what we can do here. I could play the officer because the officer will just give me 3 coins. I think that's not too bad. So let me put the officer down. Alright, so the pilferer will be 8. Okay. And then the automa will be, let's see, will be 2 from the left, the officer. So now, that's going to be now the interesting part. Because we both have now the same number here, right? 12, 12. So what order do we put them in? Like right is always better, because then you can pick the first token. Then we check the reputation. Who has the higher reputation can put their character on the right. And that is me. I have the higher reputation. So that means I can put my officer on the right and the automa on the left. Alright, so data abilities. If the automa has 12 or more doubloons, which is not the case, gain 2 reputation. Otherwise she gains doubloons until she has a total of 12. So 5, 8. So 4 more doubloons. Like this. And then for me the same thing. So I get 3 as well. So we have the same amount of doubloons here. But like the tokens of the automa are better. Alright, and then we go backwards with the dusk abilities. My turn first. I will take the amulet, of course. And then I will resolve any dusk abilities. There are none at the moment. So we'll take this one back into my ship. Just put it right there. And then the same thing here for the automa. Taking that barrel. Barrel has a dusk ability of gaining 1 reputation. So I will actually not have as much reputation anymore. Put that one here in the ship. And the pilferer will just discard all of this stuff here. Like this. Okay. And then we activate our knight abilities. I don't have any worthwhile... Oh, actually I have one. With the armorer now. If he gain 1 doubloon for each saber and each hook token in your ship. So I will get 1 coin. I think I missed that last round. Because I already had the saber token there. But I would have now increased like my coin count to 12 anyways, right? So I think that is fine. I didn't lose anything. And there are no knight abilities here. Alright, and that is now the end of the voyage. At the end of the voyage we do several things, like at the end of the round. First of all, we take a look at all the anchor abilities that the characters have, as like on the ship, as well as all the loot tokens, right? So I don't have any anchor abilities here, but we have some here. The amulet says gain 3 doubloons. Well, let's gain 3. Put 2 back. Then the saber doesn't have any anchor abilities. The chest says gain 5 coins. Yeah, well, that's wonderful. Let's take that. And then here the relic says lose 3. Okay, then we lose 3 again. And now we do the same thing for the automa. The hook says keep a character in your ship. Oh no. Ship or gain 4 doubloons, but the automa will just get 4 doubloons. So put 1 there. Put 5 here. Like this. Then the saber doesn't do anything. The chest will give 5 and the barrel will give 1. So that is another 6 doubloons. Like this here. And the characters here. He has also an anchor ability. Automa gains 2. Like 2 coins. Automa gains an additional 2 coins for each saber and each hook token in her ship. That means 2, 4, 6. Wow, that's a lot. Oh no, that's not looking too good actually. That is pretty much that. The next thing we do is to work on the score dials. So now we will check all the doubloons that we have. I have 18 and I will mark that here on that score dial. So now that's 18, right? Put that right there. And we do the same thing for the automa. So that is 20, 26, 28. So you see like, oh, I got like not enough points at all. So that's 28. You know what? Let me put those up here. And then of course we discard all these doubloons, right? Because we put them all in our treasure chest. And that is like vital. Because like during a round we can lose doubloons that are lying here, right? But we cannot lose anything in our treasure chests, right? So everything that we got in our treasure chests is safe in like future consecutive rounds. Okay, and then what we do is then we discard the characters in the ship. So what I will do, I'll just take them like this. I will just put them here face down like that. For the armor, we will just take these cards and discard them. And then also we have these loot tokens that we don't need anymore, right? And then we will just discard those into the bag again. I will give that a good shake. And we keep our characters in hand. So we still have, like, as the coincidence is, we actually have the same cards still on our hand. But this is always the case. It's possible that I would have played the 15 and the 10 and the Automa some other cards, right? And then we would have completely different cards in our hands. Now we still have the same cards in our hands, but that's not a given usually, right? That's just like the way it is right now. But that is pretty much like how we play this game. We do that another 2 rounds. At the moment, it's not looking too good. We have 18 points and she has 28. That is not very good. So what we do now is, now we just populate everything here again. Wait, wasn't that exactly the same in the first round? That is incredible. That is really weird. So, oh, here we have, a lot of good ones. Like the chest is always great to have, as you saw. The map would have been good in last round. Now I don't need it as much anymore. Map barrel. Oh, a lot of maps. Okay. Well, the maps are like a set collection kind of thing, right? Because it says here, like for the anchor ability, which is like the last thing we do, like at the end of the voyage, for each set of 2 map tokens, gain 7 doubloons. And if you have like 3 map tokens, gain 12 doubloons. That is a lot. So I might want to go for the maps. Let's just hope that we maybe get a 3rd map here. And we could kind of try to shoot for that. Because Second Voyage, we actually have 3 turns. Ah, it's only 2 map tokens. Okay. But I mean, that's still better than nothing. So there we go. You see, I already put them like in the order as down here, right? That means I have it like easier, like seeing like these and like seeing the priority for the bot and everything. So I would highly suggest you do that as well when you play the game solo. So what happens now is, now we draw another 6 character cards. And that will be 33, 25, 19, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, First Mate and Brute. Okay, let me put those in the right order again. 10, 15, that's fine. And then 16, 17, 19, 25, 33, 38. If you're playing a multiplayer game, you would have them like in your hand and you would like sort them in your hand, right? I mean, you don't really have to sort them, but it would be helpful. And then we take all of these cards here. So that is 16, 17, 19, 25, 33, 38. 33 and 38. Oops. Okay, good. Let me just put that one right here. Okay, so let me see if I can... it's gonna be a little bit full here, right? I will not be able to fit all of them like on screen easily. That is a little bit bad, but that's the way it is. I will just put them down here, but I will show all the cards to you anyway right now. So here are the new cards that we got. The Mutineer has just a nighttime ability. Discard the lowest ranking character in your ship, which may be the Mutineer, and then gain 2 doubloons. Okay, good. So this one doesn't do anything like else on the island. Like the island is always like that row up here, right? The Brute. Discard the rightmost character on the island, which may be the Brute. That character owner gains 1 reputation. So we could just discard like a high number of the opponent. The Necromancer. Discard a relic token from your ship. If you do, return a character from your graveyard to your ship. That is really, really cool. Our graveyard is right here, right? And then we just put face down there. We can always look through those cards, by the way, as well. The Recruiter. Play a character from your hand directly to your ship. Okay, that is very interesting as well. And then the Gambler. Lose 1 for each of your loot tokens. That is not too good, right? But we gain 6 doubloons at the end of the voyage. So that means we could actually use that in the very first round. We wouldn't lose anything, but we would gain 6 at the end of the Voyage. And then the First Mate. Data mobility, lose 1 for each character in your ship. Alright. And then gain 1 for each character in your ship at the end. Okay. So there are a few cards we might want to play a little bit earlier than others. So let's see about that. So actually, you know what? Let me just take this one down here somehow and then put these a little bit more up so you can actually like see them on screen better. I think like this. It's better. And then we can continue. So let me see. What will we do first? I think I would actually play the Gambler. Because like we will gain 6 doubloons at the end of our voyage here. But I wouldn't lose any loot tokens right now. So I think that's a good idea. And then we have the Pilferer at 2. And the AI will have to see what I find here. Okay, the second from the left. So that's the Witch. Like this. Alright, so, and you see like how quick such a turn actually goes, right? Because for now we go through. No daytime, no daytime. I lose 1 for each of my loot tokens. I don't have any. So that's fine. Then Dusk. I will choose, of course, the Hook here. Definitely. And take that back here. No Dusk abilities. And the Witch does have a Dusk ability. Automa copies the Dusk ability of any other character in her ship, choosing the lowest characters. If there is more than one. But it says here... if after doing this, Automa has no more doubloons than she did before, if there was no ability to copy, she gains 1 doubloon. So, just 1 doubloon. That's fine. Oh, by the way, one thing I forgot. Sorry about that. I will do that now. We would have gotten 8 doubloons at the beginning because of our reputation. And the Automa would have gotten 7. Completely forgot about that. So, the Automa now has 8 here. Let me put that up here again. And... yeah, that's fine. That's fine like this. I completely forgot. Okay, so, and they will take the relic token, which is great, and put the Witch on their ship. I will just put the ship down here again, and we can, like, put all of these cards more in order, like this. Okay. And the Pilfer will just do nothing. So let's discard that one, and here. So, and what I will play now I want to play the First Mate. We will lose 1 coin this round, but we gain like 1 coin for each character on our ship at the end of the journey. So that's what I will do. Also, I want that chest here, right? Then the Pilferer is the 14. And then we have the AI. We just want the AI not to use that 38 here, and then we are okay. So let's see. Which one? It would be this one here. The third from the right. So 1, 2, 3. That's the Recruiter. Right there. So, and you see like, now we have different cards in our hands actually, right? So I still have my 15. The AI doesn't have that anymore. But then again, I don't have the 38, 3 and 38 anymore, right? So that's kind of interesting now, because now the dynamics change. And that's kind of like what also makes up this game. Okay, so let's start first. Here, play the lowest ranked character with an anchor from the Automa's hand directly to her ship. That is the Explorer. There we go. And then we just lose 1 for each character in our ship. And then we do the Dusk abilities. I will start by taking the chest here. Doesn't have a Dusk ability. I don't have a Dusk ability either. And then we have the Recruiter here. No Dusk ability. They will take the map. Also without a Dusk ability. Like this. And then we discard that one. And also the Pilferer. Alright, so now let's see. The AI actually has like 1 card less than I do. That is interesting. Okay, so what I would like to do is like play the Explorer at some point, and get a map token now. Because if I have like 1 map token, then I can double it with the Explorer. And that makes me actually get like this set collection bonus here of 2 map tokens, right? Because I can only collect 1 anymore. So I would have to make sure that I get one of these. I cannot really make sure, but I can at least try. I could use the recruiter to play a character from our hand directly to our ship. Is there a good one? Yeah, this one. With this one I can discard another character and then gain 2 coins. Yeah, I think I will play the recruiter here. Okay, then we have the pilferer, which is a 1. Okay, perfect. So we get a map token. That is wonderful. And the AI, let's just see, will play this one here. We'll play the first mate. Okay, so pilferer doesn't do anything. I can play a character from our hand directly to our ship. And I will play the mutineer directly to our ship. So like this. And you see like these combinations you can do now, right? And here we don't have a daytime ability. Alright, and then we go from right to left again. The AI can start by taking the map token here, which will now give her points, but that's the way it is. Put that into the ship here. Let's have the ship like this. Down here. Okay, and then I will of course take another map token, which doesn't grant me points yet, but it will as soon as I double it. Alright, there we go. Put the recruiter right there for now. And then the pilferer will not do nothing. Okay, so, and I definitely want to play like the explorer at some point. But first we have like the night phase again. So, we had like a different priority list last time, but that didn't really didn't do anything because the map still has the highest priority, so the honorable was just taking that one. Exactly, so same thing again. We have like this loot table up there again. Here we copy the moon ability, but there's no moon ability that grants any coins or anything, so the honorable will just get 1 coin, by the witch. And our night abilities, right here, discard the lowest ranking character in your ship, which may be the mutineer, and then gain 2 coins. That is the mutineer actually, right? So put that one there, and then I will get 2 coins for that. Okay, getting some coins, that's not too bad. Okay, and now I want to play the explorer. That's definitely who I want to play. But then again, like, I could also do that next round. Like, the chest would be great to have, but I have only so low numbers, right? As long as the AI doesn't have these 2, it's kind of tough. This one, discard a relic token, doesn't do anything. I could do this here. Like, discard the rightmost character on the island, right? But it could also be like our own character. That is kind of tough. You know what, I will just play the explorer and just hope that something good happens. Well, but if I play the explorer, I will definitely not get the treasure chest for sure, right? That means I would have to play the brute or the necromancer. The necromancer doesn't help me, and the brute is like not very high. So, you know what, I will just play the explorer and I will probably not get the treasure chest. That's just what I will have to live with. Oh, maybe the pilferer will take the treasure chest. That would be kind of cool. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Down here. And here you have something different. You have like this cannon symbol, right? That means we like count cannon symbols from the left, and the first one we take. And up there you see like this, the brute has a cannon symbol. So you put the brute right here. Okay. So daytime abilities, I don't have any. The brute will discard the rightmost character on the island. So that is the pilferer actually. Yeah, and that's it. And now dusk abilities, the brute, that's actually quite bad because the AI will actually get the treasure chest now. No dusk abilities, that's it. And then it's our turn. Yeah, I will have to take one of these savers. And if I get a map token, I gain 2 reputation. Well, I didn't get any map token. Alright, so let me put that explorer right there. Alright, then we have our nighttime abilities. I don't have any. And the AI, like the loot priority, same thing again. And the witch will like give the AI 1 coin again. Okay, that's kind of bad. This one will be discarded. Okay. So I think you get more and more idea of how the game works. We have one more turn and then one more round, and then we are done with the game. And then we will just see how many coins we have, whether we have one or not. At the moment, it doesn't look too hot, but let's see. Let's just see. It's also possible. Okay, so I really don't want anything from here, right? But the brood is not very high, so I could just play the brood and then discard something from the AI. Right, that's something that I could do. So, yeah, I think I would just take the brood. Place it right here. I mean, I could also just play the witch, but it doesn't do anything for me. I would just get it back into my hand, and that means I would have the brood for the next round. The witch I would get back into my hand if at the end of the voyage I don't have any night characters with night abilities here, which I don't have. So I could actually just play the witch and get the witch back. And I think that would be okay, because then I would just gain 3 coins. I would gain 3 coins for that one as well. I just don't want to get that relic, right? So you know what? I might actually do that. I might want to keep the brood. That could be helpful later on. So let's do it like this. Prefer a 7. That is very good. So that helps me quite a bit. And here we have. Oh, that's actually the last one. 1, 2, 3. The mutineer will be played. Okay. So, let me just see. No daytime, no daytime. The Automa gains 2 coins. Well, that is not optimal, but that's the way it is, I suppose. And then we do the dusk abilities. Okay, so the Automa will take the. Let me just see. Take the saber first. We have like a different priority here because of the explorer. And then the saber does have the dusk ability. Discard the lowest night character from your opponent's ship. If they're under this card, gain 3. And that would be the explorer actually. Okay, well, that's good because that would have given the opponent more points. Okay, so mutineer down here. Then I will take the amulet. No dusk abilities, so that's fine. And then the pilferer will just be discarded and take that very token with them. Okay, end of the voyage. Now we activate our anchor abilities again. I have this one here. One of your map tokens counts as 2 map tokens. That's good. If the witch is the only character in your ship with a night ability, we return it to our hand. That is very cool. So we have the witch back into our hand here, which is very helpful. Okay, and then here we gain 6 coins and 1 coin for each character in your ship. I would have activated that before, of course, right? Before I'm putting the witch back into my hand. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters in our hand plus 6 there. That's 11. So I would have gotten 11 doubloons. That's pretty nice, man. That's a lot of stuff. And then I also get for that, the map, I get 7. For that one, I get 4. That's 11, 16, and the amulet, which is 3, that's 19. That's a lot. That is a lot of stuff. So let me just put 20 here and put 1 back. Okay, so I'm actually getting a lot of doubloons here. I hope that I did not make any mistakes. Alright, same thing here. 1 for each character in their ship, that's 5. Plus 7, that's 12. 17. Minus 3, that's 14. That's it. That's 14. And actually, that is all. So we can now update all of that. So 14, 16, 26. And that is then 54. So 54 points for the Automa. We might overtake them now. Let's see. Let me just put all of that back. Maybe we will be able to overtake them. So let's see. So we have 15, 20, 25, 30. We have 39. Okay, we have 39 here. 39, that is 57. So we actually overtook them by 3 points. That is good. That is good. That means we are on like a good path here. So at the moment we lead by 3 points. That is really good. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And these will all be discarded again right here. Okay. So let me just give that a good shake here. Alright, so, and then now we prepare the last voyage, and that one will be 3 rounds. So we have, a lot of good stuff here. A chest and 2 amulets, that's all good. A chest. The barrel isn't as good. Saber. Oh. I think I actually made one mistake. I discarded a crew member on the opponent's ship a few rounds ago, although I should have discarded one of mine. So that is like a small mistake I made. I cannot possibly say like what that would have changed in terms of points. But let's just hope that we have a really good last round, that this question isn't relevant, right? Okay, so, and then the last one here. Okay, we don't have too many relics actually. That is pretty crazy. Okay. And then 6 new cards here. Let's see what we have. Bandit, Carpenter, Collector, Gunner, Treasurer, and Governor. Oh, Governor, that's the highest card actually. Okay. So let's find out all of these cards. So that's Bandit, the 6, then Carpenter, 11, 18 the Gunner, 32 Treasurer, 35 Collector, and 40 Governor. Okay, wonderful. Let me put them all quickly in order here. 6, 11, 18, 19, 32, 33, and then 35 and 40. Okay, like this. We have all the cards here. And for myself, let me just put them in order as well, because that's something I want to show you before. If you have them in your hands, you would just have them like this, right? And you could just put them in order like this, or like the other way around, whatever. Alright, so let's check those out. So with the Bandit, with the daytime ability, move to the leftmost base on the reputation track, gain 1 coin for each position lost this way. That's actually not very bad, right? Because I could just go to the very left, doesn't really matter what's happening anymore. We would just get coins. That's not bad. Then with the Carpenter, lose half of your doubloons, rounded down. Okay, that's pretty bad. But we gain 10 doubloons at the end of the round again. So okay, that could help. Gunner, discard a card of your choice, a character of your choice from any ship. If you choose an opponent's character, lose 1 reputation. If you choose your characters, gain 1 reputation. Okay. Treasurer, gain 1 coin for each barrel, each amulet, and each chest token on your ship. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Ooh, because we have barrels, we chest, amulets, we have a lot of that stuff. That's not bad. The Collector, if you have 2, 3, 4, or 5 different types of loot tokens in your ship, gain 1, 3, 5, or 10 doubloons. Also not bad. And then the Governor, discard all characters from your ship. Gain 1 reputation for each character discarded this way. That's less good. Yeah, that's definitely less good. Okay, so let me just sort them all in here, so we have them all in the right order. And there will definitely be too many. Like the Governor is like the only one you cannot really see down here. But that's the way it is. I think what I will start with is like the Treasurer. That one is very solid to have. right? Just like for each barrel, amulet, and chest token, I get 1 coin at the end of the voyage. That is pretty good. Oh, again, I forgot to give us the doubloons here. That's something that I like often miss in the first like turn or something, and then I remember again later on. All right, so that's 7 for the AI, and that is 8 for me. So there we go. All right. So, but now, treasurer, exactly. So now the pilferer is the 31. That is good. And the AI will be... Ooh, down there. The 35. Okay, so yeah. We will actually not be the first to choose a treasure, but I mean that is okay as well. So, no daytime abilities. Then we look at the dusk abilities. The AI will of course take like the nice token over there, and then but have no dusk abilities. That one goes in the ship down here, and same thing for us. I will take the amulet and put the treasure in our ship, and the pilferer will just take the amulet and disappear into the day, so to speak. Okay. So that was the first thing that I wanted to do. Also, the collector isn't too bad, because we will have at least 3 different types of tokens. So yeah, I think I will actually play the collector, which is also quite high, so we might actually also get that treasure chest. That would be nice. Okay, the pilferer is 5, that is good for us. And then let's see here, which one? That would be that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 19. Yeah, so the treasure chest is actually ours then. Nice. Very cool. Okay, so Necromancer, the Automa gains 6 coins. That is a lot. That's too much. The Necromancer is like really good for the Automa. And here, no daytime abilities. Alright, and then we go back again. The dusk abilities, there is none there. I will take the treasure chest, take the collector. The Automa will take the saber, which has dusk abilities. Discard the lowest ranked character from your opponent's ship, like knight character, but there is none. That means the Automa will just gain 3 coins instead, which is also not good. So let's see if we can actually win this. Alright, the Necromancer, put it down there, and then the pilferer will just take the barrel with them. Okay, like this. Alright, so let's see what we can do. So I don't care too much about reputation at the moment. So I think I will play the gunner, because I actually want to discard the collector from the opponent's ship, because they just get too many points for that. Too many coins. So like for different like types of loot tokens, I don't want that. So I want to discard the collector. I will then have 1 less reputation, but that is fine. Okay, so let's see. The pilferer has the 21, and the Automa then has, let me just see, would be 3 from the left, right there. So that's the treasurer. Okay. Oh, that means... Oh, no. That means we actually get that relic token. Oh, I should have done something different. Well, but we can get rid of the relic token with the Necromancer. Okay, so I can discard a character of my choice from any ship. I will discard the collector and will lose 1 reputation. Well, that's just the way it is. Okay, there we go. And then... nothing there. Then we go back. Dusk abilities. Well, take a map token here for the AI. We don't have any dusk abilities. The pilferer will take the other map token, and I will take the relic token, which is not great, but I can work around that with the Necromancer that I still have. Okay, so the Necromancer would let me discard a relic token. Relic token from our ship, and also then return a character from our graveyard to our ship. So let's see who would be good on our ship. We want like somebody with either a knight ability or an anchor ability, right? So let's see. Night Phase. Gain 1 doubloon for each saber and each hook token. We don't have any. We might get some, but we don't know yet. We can discard the lowest ranking character to gain 2 coins. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, I don't know if I really want that. One of your map tokens counts as 2 map tokens. That is not interesting either. Gain 1 for each character in your ship, or gain 6, just like that. Gain 6. But actually, gain 1 for each character on your ship. We will have the Necromancer in here. Plus 2 more, plus that one. That's 7. You know what? Let's put the first mate into our ship then. Like, let me just put the card on top for later. Okay, then we'll play the Necromancer. I think that's a pretty good idea. And then the Pilferer is 26. And the Automa will, let's just see here what we have. This one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the Governor. Oh man, we just get one of these barrel tokens, that is fine. That's why I placed the Necromancer now, but, well, we only have like lower numbers after that, so could be kind of tough. So we can discard a relic token, that is great, from our ship, and return a character from the graveyard to our ship. And I picked the first mate, right? So like this, that's pretty good. And then nothing there. Automa discards all characters from her ship except those with an anchor. She gains 1 reputation for each character discarded in this way. So 1 reputation here, but already at the highest, so we'll get 1 coin instead. And this one will be discarded. Okay. And then we have the dusk abilities. The Automa will take the hook here, and then, but these don't have any dusk abilities. Alright. The Pilferer will take 1 barrel. And I will also take a barrel. Okay. Wonderful. So, no night abilities, as all the time. And the last 2 days of our last voyage. I think I really don't want the Automa to get this one here, to get the hook token, right? So I will play the Brute, and then just hope that I won't be the highest number. Let's do this. We have the Pilferer, that is higher, okay, and the Automa will be here. We'll play the Gambler. Oh no, that's horrible. Oh, that's bad. Oh no, that's really bad. Well, that's just the way it is. So the Automa will actually get the hook token. Oh well, that's nothing I can change now. So let's discard the rightmost character. That is the Pilferer. And then that's it. And then dusk abilities, the Automa will take the Gambler here. And that is it. And I will take, well, the Saber. And the Saber actually has a dusk ability. Discard the lowest ranked character, like knight character from your opponent's ship, but there are none to discard, so instead I get 3 coins. I didn't get any coins this round so far. That is pretty bad. That is pretty bad, but that's the way it is. Alright, so last round. I will definitely take the Bandit this time. Even though I will most likely then take that relic token here, but well, but then again, that means I would get 3 coins and also 3 less, but then again, yeah, okay, that's fine. Because the Collector here, yeah, with the Collector, then I would actually get like 10 coins. I have an idea. So I will do it like this. And then we have the Pilferer with 30. And then we have the AI with, let's just see, actually down here, we'll play the Bandit actually. Okay, like this. Higher than me because more reputation. Okay, so I move to the leftmost space on the reputation track and gain 1 coin for each position lost this way. So I get 3 coins. Okay, like that. The Automa moves to the leftmost space in the reputation track and also gains 1 coin. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 coins. That is too much. Oh, I don't think you will win this game. Oh, that is going to be really rough. Oh, man. Very rough waters, if you want to put it this way. Alright, the pilfer doesn't do anything, so the pilfer will actually take the saber like this. The Automa will take the amulet. And, well, I will take the relic token, even though I don't want to. Alright, and that is the end of the voyage. So now we do all that stuff again, right? Now we activate our anchor abilities first. So let's start with these anchor abilities. So let's see what we have here. Nothing, nothing. We gain 1 for each character in our ship. We have 7 characters, so we gain 7. Then we gain 10 if we have 5 different loot tokens, which we have. So that's 17. And we gain 1 for each barrel, amulet, and chest. So that is 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we get 20 just for these. We also have 10 here, right? That's then 30 we get. Then we punch those in here already. 87, just so that we have those. And then here I get -3. Plus 5, that's plus 2. Plus 1, that's plus 3. Plus 3, that's 6. Plus 6, plus these 4, that's plus 10. So if I'm not mistaken, I should now be at 97. And that is not too bad. That is a pretty good score, right? Now let's see what the AI gets. So that's going to be interesting. 1 for each barrel, amulet, and chest token. 1, 2. That is 2 coins. Plus 5 here, that's 7. Okay, that's 7 coins. I will put them like immediately in here. So that is then 61. And then this one doesn't give anything. That gives 5, 9, 13, 16, nothing. 77. Wow. Did I make any mistakes? But that would mean that I actually won the game, right? Like with 97 to 77. That is how you play Libertalia Winds of Galecrest solo. But how do I like the game? Well, let me tell you. As usual, let's start with the outer appearance. As it's the case with every Stonemaier game, the components are really good. The cards feel just great, as do like all the tokens, and the highlights are these treasure tiles here. In terms of how they feel, they remind myself a lot of Azul. And that is a positive for sure. The only thing I'm not too fond of are these tiles here. While they look great and work well, I feel like they go like in the wrong direction. I always turn the right wheel the wrong way. And that is me being used to Eon's End as well as Astronauts and Marvel Champions, and I think the tiles are different there. At least it feels like it. So that might be my issue here. Regarding the artwork, I've heard a lot of complaints about it and that players enjoyed the old art more, the more realistic one, right? Versus like the cartoony one that we have here. And while I can see why people say that, I like the new art style more, I would say. First of all, it's a little bit more clean, even at the price of now being cartoony instead of realistic as in the old version. Secondly, I find the fusion of animals and like pirates, or that pirate theme, so to speak, just more interesting. But the two things that count the most here are the art styles of both games are really good. Which one you enjoy more is a matter of personal preference. The art does not influence the gameplay in any negative fashion. Alright, let's now get to the gameplay. The most interesting aspect is the strategic one. The conditions are the same for every player because everyone has the same cards. That applies to the solo version as well as the more regular multiplayer mode. But the longer the journeys go on, the more the card distribution among the players change. That is a great dynamic. I love this. Also, I would call this game strategic as well as tactical. It is strategic since you know that all players have the same cards, but you can only plan for one journey. You don't know which cards you will receive later, so the game's main gameplay is rather tactical. I like this. The player interaction is quite high as well because you directly compete for the order of the turn as well as the treasure tiles each round. That also can create quite a bit of tension, but of the good kind. The issue I would see here is that people that suffer from analysis paralysis, which means that they take a lot of time analyzing all the available options, will increase the game's length a lot. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. There are a lot of things to consider in this game, including the cards, day as well as night effects, the turn order, and the available treasure tiles that you can get like during the journey. A lot of aspects to keep in mind when playing your card, but it's never too much that will make you think too long. All in all, you're trying to get the most treasure and gold, so that will always be your incentive. The solo mode is, like in every Stonemaier game, done very well. First, it is a bit complicated to figure out which cards are played by the AI and how the effects work. But as soon as you understand all of that, it is actually quite simple to manage. And some of the solo mode really works. The AI does get in your way quite a lot, and it feels like you're playing against another player. I can't count how often my plans have been messed up by the virtual opponents. It's actually crazy. All in all, I like this game a lot. It plays fast, it has a lot of interesting decisions, and can lead to quite a bit of tension. The multiplayer mode works just as well as the solo mode that was developed for this version specifically, and the game has a nice combination of strategic as well as tactical decisions. If you are looking for a not too complex game that plays well at a lower as well as higher player counts, I highly recommend this game. It may not be the perfect game for overanalyzers, but there are a lot of really fun moments in the game. Sometimes it even almost feels like a board gamer's party game, kind of, right? I really like this. And this is also why it is receiving my silver Sir Thecos Ace of Games award. I just like this game quite a bit. Alright, that marks the end of my playthrough and review of Libertalia, Winds of Galecrest by Stonemaier Games. I really hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, I'd like to thank you all for your support. That means so much to me. A special shout out to my generous Patreon supporters, and the biggest thanks goes out to Thecos, the most generous supporter at the highest tier. You can support me by liking and commenting, subscribing to my channel if you enjoy my content enough, as well as checking out the ways to support me on Patreon. Also, you can join my Discord server so you can hang out with me and my amazing community. Alright, I'll see you in the next video or my Discord server. Take care everyone, stay safe, and cheers.